club.
Book club. So I have been for the last like 3 years, I think, helping facilitate the lesbian literature meetup book club.
I love it.
Yeah, and we meet at the Lobby Bar. The Lobby Bar has been absolutely fabulous, and so we meet the second Saturday, because again, I like alliteration, and so we meet the second Saturday at 3 p.m. And our last book club, we talked again about Fried Green Tomatoes. We had 39 people RSVP. I think we had almost 30 people actually show up.
And wow, I can't imagine, you must have little circles you break up into.
We probably should think about doing that in the future. We don't right now. We have sort of like, we do a little intro, and I'm always, depending on the crowd, I'm like say something you think about the book that's, longer than a sentence, shorter than a paragraph.
Nice.
And we say our names and do that, and then at the end you get a chance to say your last thought about the book if you didn't have a chance, or if you're shy or something, and then like announcements and your name again, and try and create community. And then we walk over to the bookstore, Elliott Bay. We're a member, and so we get a discount with the books, and then we'll often have dinner, and so we create sort of a community like that.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, so do you find it difficult to find enough material to read?
Sort of. I mean, trying to. I mean, so we do it via poll, and we try and get people to say what they're going to put on, and we do like we tend to do a poll of 4 books, and we go to the Lambda literature page, and we'll look at some of the things that have gotten their awards, or people that we know are good authors, or things like that. And so I think it's improving. I do think, obviously I remember being in my young 20s and being at the Lesbian Resource Center and looking for books that were at the Lesbian Resource Center, and it was the price of salt.
Yeah, and it's all under self-help instead of looking where it needs to be.
And coming like mainstream, and so in the Lesbian Literature Book Club, it either has to have like a lesbian character or a lesbian author, which means we've read things that have almost no lesbian characters or none. They are just written by somebody who identifies as lesbian or queer or something like that. And then and we also read like Jodi Picoult's book, Sing You Home, which was a phenomenal book, and she did an incredible job sort of doing that. And Fried Green Tomatoes was awesome, and we had this huge debate about whether or not the characters were actually having sex. And also a little bit of a debate about why it matters if they were having sex. I came down on the, we're human beings, we're sexual creatures, of course they're having sex. But a couple of people were like, well, maybe, people don't, you can have a close, loving relationship without it being sexual. And I was just like, whatever.
Hell no.
I mean, as much as possible, honoring and respecting people's opinions, but being like, no, you're wrong. I mean, I just think that so much, like, I just believe in community, and whatever we can do to try to foster that sense of community and that idea of having a support network is really important. And so that's what
you're doing it so well. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Come on.